On February 16, 1983, the Ash Wednesday bushfires swept across the Australian states of Victoria and South Australia, leaving a trail of destruction and devastation in their wake. One of the deadliest and most destructive bushfire events in Australian history, the Ash Wednesday fires resulted in significant loss of life, property, and natural resources. This narrative explores the events leading up to the disaster, the harrowing experiences of those affected, and the long-term impact on bushfire management and community resilience.
Australia is no stranger to bushfires, with its hot, dry climate and extensive forests and grasslands creating ideal conditions for fires. The summer of 1982 to 1983 was particularly severe, marked by prolonged drought, extreme heat, and strong winds. These conditions set the stage for a catastrophic bushfire season. In the weeks leading up to Ash Wednesday, several smaller fires had already burned across Victoria and South Australia. Despite efforts to control these blazes, the combination of dry vegetation, high temperatures, and powerful winds created a tinderbox ready to ignite. The stage was set for a disaster of unprecedented scale.
On the afternoon of February 16, 1983, a series of fires broke out simultaneously across Victoria and South Australia. Fueled by gale-force winds and scorching temperatures exceeding 40 degrees Celsius (104 degrees Fahrenheit), the fires quickly spread, merging into massive infernos that consumed everything in their path. The fires created their own weather patterns, generating firestorms with towering flames and intense heat. The speed and ferocity of the fires caught many communities off guard. In Victoria, the worst-hit areas included the Dandenong Ranges, East Trentham, and the Macedon Ranges, while in South Australia, the Adelaide Hills and the Barossa Valley faced the brunt of the disaster. Entire towns were threatened, and thousands of residents were forced to flee their homes with little more than the clothes on their backs.
The response to the Ash Wednesday bushfires was immediate but fraught with challenges. Firefighters, emergency services, and volunteers from across Australia mobilized to combat the blazes. Despite their heroic efforts, the fires were often uncontrollable due to the extreme conditions. Water supplies ran low, and the intense heat made it difficult to approach the flames. Communities banded together to support one another, with neighbors helping neighbors to evacuate and protect their properties. Stories of bravery and sacrifice emerged, such as firefighters risking their lives to save others and residents defending their homes against the advancing inferno. Tragically, many lives were lost in these efforts, including 47 people in Victoria and 28 in South Australia. The fires continued to rage through the night and into the following day. By the time the flames were finally brought under control, the scale of the devastation was staggering. Over 2,080 homes were destroyed, along with thousands of other buildings, vehicles, and livestock. The fires scorched more than 520,000 hectares, 1.3 million acres, of land, leaving a charred and desolate landscape in their wake.
The aftermath of the Ash Wednesday bushfires revealed the full extent of the tragedy. In addition to the 75 lives lost, thousands of people were left homeless, and many communities faced a long and difficult recovery. The economic cost of the disaster was estimated at over 400 million Australian dollars, but the emotional and psychological toll on survivors was immeasurable. In response to the disaster, significant changes were made to bushfire management and emergency response strategies in Australia. Fire prevention measures were improved, including better land management practices, stricter building codes for fire-prone areas, and the development of more effective early warning systems. Firefighting resources and coordination between agencies were enhanced to ensure a quicker and more effective response to future fires. The Ash Wednesday bushfires also underscored the importance of community resilience and preparedness. Public education campaigns were launched to raise awareness about bushfire risks and to encourage residents to develop fire survival plans. These initiatives aim to empower communities to take proactive steps to protect themselves and their properties from the threat of bushfires.
The Ash Wednesday bushfires of 1983 stand as a somber reminder of the destructive power of nature and the importance of preparedness and resilience. The loss of life and extensive damage underscored the vulnerabilities of communities living in fire-prone areas. As we remember the victims and honor the bravery of those who fought the fires, we are reminded of the ongoing need to improve our understanding and management of bushfire risks. The lessons learned from Ash Wednesday continue to shape Australia's approach to bushfire prevention and response, ensuring that such a tragedy is never repeated.